All right, what's up, everyone? Today is Friday, and honestly, I really struggle. Sorry, I'm outside, but honestly, I really struggle to, get out of bed and try and convince my body to exercise. I think I need like maybe a week where I'm not doing any exercise just so my body can properly recover because I'm hitting all of my required workouts on top of making sure I'm meeting my daily nutrition, and my body still feels out of it. And so I know for myself, it's like, yeah, I could keep and pushing to a point where we get to a new breakthrough, or hopefully a new breakthrough, because this is all the first for me, and it's the first for a lot of people in my family. So I wouldn't even have somebody that can tell me like, hey, yeah, it's all right if you took a week off from training. It won't hurt you. It'll actually help you build safer habits around training, so that way your body isn't feeling mentally or physically exhausted each and every day. But because I don't have that, most of my information is coming from like YouTube or Google, if any of y'all still use Google, especially with all the AI stuff that's happening. But I think a lot of it is just, I tend to overthink a lot. I'm not sure if any of y'all are like that, but before I do something, I'll think about it a million one ways that very thing could go dangerously wrong, and then I would like prolong the actual task till the deadline, and then stress out about how am I going to complete this. Or I should have started back when I had it the initial time. And I think that's how I get distracted easily, because I sit back and ponder and ruminate on things that probably will never happen if I did like a worst case scenario. But because we allow ourselves to think so much, just the sheer fact of acting it out is more scarier than the actual thinking portion. So I think that's why I started doing these daily vlogs for like 10 minutes. I will give myself like a chance to do different things and get comfortable, because I think for the most part, I think I'm getting bored with how fancy everybody's stuff is on YouTube. I kind of miss the camera and go. But yeah. But yeah, other than that, I will say the heat is getting up there, which is expected because it's California, and you tend to learn how to work around the heat because it's unavoidable, especially in the months of March, April, and May. That's when we tend to get the most heat, which it's like, that's cool. but it's also really sucky because everything just feels hot and sticky. And I don't know about y'all, but I hate feeling sticky at all. And so my first instinct is to, hop in the shower. But when you're going throughout your day and stuff, that's a little bit more difficult because you're still just getting your work done and then getting your tasks done. And then by the time you get upstairs to take a shower, it's like your body is so exhausted because the heat took all of your energy. And it is so real being in a heated environment and what it does to you mentally. So I would highly recommend water and lots of it. But yeah, so other than that, life's been kind of slow, but not too slow. I think it's good to have slow parts because as you're moving through the slowness, your body gets a chance to relax, and so you get to look at everything that you've done so far. And each time that you take a moment to relax and revive yourself, I think that's really critical because it shows you what happens when you show up, and it also shows you what happens when but it also shows what happens when you give yourself the moment to breathe. Because I notice whenever I get sick or get close to sickness, it's mostly because I forgot to rest. And so I kept hopping from place to place to place to place until eventually my body just had to shut down physically. So my body could get a chance to properly sleep and to eat the foods it knows it needs while it's resting. And that's what I think sickness is. It's a form of rest, especially for someone who's busy all the time. And because you're busy all the time, it makes everything else slow down. So I think through getting all that done and then having time to slow down, your body gets a chance to relax. And relaxation in America is kind of difficult. And I only say that because if you live in America, you understand that a lot of what we do is 24/7. There is really no breaks that people take, because while you're asleep, there's somebody working a 12-hour shift. And then while you're working, there's somebody sleeping for 12 hours to make up for the time that they lost. But I also think the way that we're working isn't really fair to the human body, because we're forcing it to work when that was never our creational's purpose. Like, we were supposed to eat, cultivate the land, get married, have kids if you want, and that was it. But then people started creating a whole lot more stuff, and then somebody had the idea of creating a 9-to-5 and saying, hey, this is going to be our new way of doing things now. And I think ever since the creation of a 9-to-5, there's been so much more added pressure, added stress for no apparent reason. And because of that, a lot of us are stressed out physically stressed out mentally and stressed out financially because we're trying to accomplish Rome in a day, even though it took Rome centuries to be built. But in our head, we're thinking we can do it in 24 hours. Like, that's literally impossible at this point. But yeah, that's just my little vent session. But hopefully you guys are doing good. Let me know where you guys are from in the comments, and I'll check you guys out later. Peace.